One, two, three, and we are live.
Hello, Internet. Welcome again to the next segment. Twitch streamer Pokimane responds to socialist billionaire comment, viewer removed from chat. Now, I pulled up an article. I could have pulled up various YouTubers that went over the situation. Now, I'm sure we've heard the comments around, and because I don't intend to be the primary news source for people, by the way. I intend to be the secondary source that has a wacky take on the situation, you know what I mean? Which I think, a bit of a benefit. It means I don't have to really fill people in on the details necessarily too deeply, right? Because I want to fill a particular niche. I want to be the second news source that you hear from. You see what I'm saying? The alternative media that you're listening. So, basically everyone's calling this lady here a hypocrite for her complaining about how a lot of relationships up in that space are all driven by money. It's all very transactional, right? And I think that's great. That's an obvious thing we should be saying, and more than just obvious, like it needs to be recognized how evil that mindset actually is, this transactional behavior. I think it needs to be actually recognized for how evil it is. Like, you might as well be eating plastic. It's like it should be a revolting idea to people to engage in such a mindset and behavior. And well, I think it's interesting, obviously, because she has a history that I'm actually aware of a little bit, where she sold these cookies. Have you heard about that situation?
Yeah, it was in a video.
Yeah. She sold overpriced cookies and shit, and, it definitely read as being disconnected from the working class people, but with how fast the economy changes up and down, I almost can't blame them. I almost can't blame her. With how much they fuck around with the economy and purposefully crash it and make it boom and whatnot, but I digress, I suppose. So people are calling her a hypocrite for that, and I agree. She is hypocritical, but here's where I feel like people lose the plot and you lose me. If there is, because I've seen this I saw this comment. It said right message, wrong messenger, and I'm just thinking to myself, all right, we got a right message, a correct message, a message that needs to be heard, makes sense, but then we're saying wrong messenger. You're a hypocrite. You're the last person that should be speaking on this. And it's like, do we really lack the self-awareness to not realize that she is actually exactly the type of person you want to hear saying these things? Like a rich person recognizing that your relationship should not be transactional. Am I missing something here, Emil?
I mean,
like, shouldn't we be applauding her that she recognized this and probably pat her on the back and be like, yeah, you know what, hone in on that, really focus on that bullshit.
Yeah, well, she doesn't recognize it because she's still rich. She's still living like she's rich. And I'm not going to discount somebody, but I'm not going to discount somebody their way of life. But I will, those fucking cookies, man. Like, if they weren't like blow my mind instant orgasm cookies, I'm not spending $30.
Alright, but listen. You listen. What to me, what justifies someone saying something like this and having that history is if you actually keep to your word and change. So, for example, what she would need to do after a situation like this is genuinely change as a person and start actually donating more money, you see?
Is she?
well, I don't know. I'm just saying what she has to do. Because I mean, listen, if you're gonna mock someone and not applaud them for their awareness, it's actually more likely that she's not going to change as a person. Like, her self-awareness on the issue is actually going to regress because the internet responded to her with a backlash instead of love. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, that might happen.
No, that not even just might happen. It's actually even more likely to happen now, as opposed to the alternative I'm suggesting, because the alternative I'm suggesting would require you to be stronger and to be like, all right, I'm gonna ignore the haters because yes, I have a past that goes against what I am saying that I'm going to stand for, but if I didn't have that past, then I wouldn't be able to say that I am the proof of concept that says change is possible, that self-awareness is possible. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's a horrible moment in the culture. Just yet again, another big L for Americans and just, the world at large, because we're all too retarded and we don't know how to love people. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and she's likely going to regress from this moment, and her very rare moment of self-reflection and self-awareness and realizing the real problems that it's like genuinely plaguing every single human being. We're just gonna go backwards on that issue. And honestly, at this point, I think people are actually not. At this point, I could only say that people aren't responding with love, not only because they want to, hold people accountable for the past and just parade the traumas for forever and ever, but also it's a bit of a tell on themselves. It's a bit of a tell on themselves that they too also view everything transactionally. You see what I'm saying? And I know they do anyway. I mean, the world obsessed over money, so yay. People suck, but we can do better. Just chill on the name calling and the accusations, because whatever you accuse someone else of, in truth, it is but a reflection of yourself. Which is why I'm very cautious, by the way, to ever throw any type of accusation out. But I do have a feeling at some point one day my intuition and my emotional senses are going to get sharp enough to where I will be able to discern those individuals who are acting out of order. And I can't wait to get to that point and to call them out. And it's going to happen and increasingly get better as I interact with the audience and the internet, and as I get better at just using this silver serpent's tongue to good work, putting it to good use. So that's the Pokimane situation from my perspective. What did you think about that, Emil?
I mean,
quite different, right?
She said these things and isn't doing them, but she needed to be like, if she had $1 billion, she'd totally be giving to charity, and I mean, she has $1 million and she's not doing that. I mean, hypocritical. I've said that already. It's hypocritical.
Sure. I mean, she was saying billionaire, but in this economy, I've heard that even having 6 figures you could even still be struggling. I've seen people with those stories. So a millionaire might actually not be right. So which is to say, a millionaire might not actually be as rich as you think it is, especially depending on where you live. So it's like,
shit. If a millionaire is poor, what the fuck are the rest of we? What are the rest of us? We're fucking
slaves.
Dust. We're all dust.
No, we're slaves. We're just literally slaves. And I told you we already live under economic slavery. And you already know I fucking believe that having a billionaire doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make logical sense. I mean, we're gonna be moving into a world of abundance anyway, where money simply won't make sense. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, if everything,
money,
if there's like enough for like 5 of everything to each person, then what's the point of like buying?
Well, I guess we'd have to say this though. Do you think people who would be the programmers start resenting the people who aren't quote unquote working in society, so to say, in a post-labor world of abundance?
You think that? Wait, are you asking if the programmers are going to hate the people that
feel?
I think we'd actually have to transition. I think we'd have to transition into a respect for these people that are maintaining our way of life. Because it's like, you're not going to, like back then when coal was our main power, like you're not going to, like, you can't disdain them because they maintain our way of life. Like the coal miners, you can't disdain them because they maintain what we have, like a certain respect.
No, I'm
for
saying,
the
I'm saying, are the programmers gonna resent the other people for not working? Because they're gonna view them as not doing anything.
And as I was saying, like, there's a certain, because there's respect for that position is also like,
okay,
the position
status,
is a respected position, like celebrity.
All right, I see
celebrity
what you're saying. All right, okay, fine.
Come on.
All right, sure. All right, they get more status. That's the trade-off. All right, fair. That might actually be fair. Actually, that's probably fair. All right, I can work with that. I think they could work with that too. They better work with it. I'm ruling with an iron fist. I'm ruling with a fucking iron fist, Emil. If they're gonna work with it. So yeah, that's lovely. That was a rather interesting take, right? Not the typical take you hear from people. I think, because I'm really trying to change the nature of the conversation. If you actually want people to change and live up to their word, like, the internet can't be responding the way it responds. You see what I'm saying? Because I told you she's gonna be less likely now to, like, her little moment of self-reflection that you want to applaud, you want to cherish it, you want to nurture it, see it grow. It's just gonna slowly wither now because y'all responded in such a negative way. So, not good. But I'm here to teach y'all how to be better, how to be good, right? And literally, by the way, literally, my commentary on these situations should be like the standard way that people should be reacting to everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, without hatred, without bias, without this sense of like they are the other, or even though they are acting in the spirit of the other in some form, right? So, yeah. That wraps up my thoughts. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
Cool. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? It's always been me. I want you to do it. Say goodbye to everybody. Like, give us a send off. Full send.
Like, subscribe. Peace.